Good morning, good afternoon, students, and welcome to the next lesson in Breakthrough 2+. Today, we're actually going to skip Unit 6. I don't find it useful, and I don't think you need Unit 6. So we're going to go right ahead and skip ahead to Unit 7. This is page 44 in your student book. As always, you need your student book, a notebook, and a pen. The topic of Unit 7 is food and drink. In this lesson, you will learn how to recognize different types of packaging and containers for food, recognize count and non-count food items, use some, any, much, many, lots of, little, and a few in the correct grammatical sentences, know how to ask and answer questions in a restaurant, know how to ask and answer different questions about your food habits, and there will be a listening activity. So let's go ahead and start the first lesson. This is on page 45 of your book, so open your books to page 45. We're going to start today, these items here in blue, and we're going to match them to the blanks. Try to fill in the blanks. If you don't know, leave it blank. I'll give you 2 minutes. Right, let's look at the answers. Number 1, pasta, potato chips, salad, and rice. That one is bag. So we're going to say of of a bag of pasta. Number 2, grapes and bananas. This one is bunch. A bunch of grapes, a bunch of bananas. Number 3, tomatoes, tuna fish, soda, can, a can of soda. Number 4, chocolates, cereal. This is box, a box of cereal. Number 5, pizza, cheesecake, and bread. Slice, a slice of pizza. Number 6, sushi, toast, cake, fruit, and chocolate. Piece, a piece of sushi. Number 7, milk, fruit juice, ice cream, and eggs. Carton, a carton of milk. A carton is the paper or cardboard type material in your milk package. Number 8, soup and sugar is bowl, a bowl of soup. Number 9, vinegar, soy sauce, water, olive oil, bottle of olive oil. Number 10, jam, coffee, honey, jar, a jar of jam. Now, with every food or drink item, we can divide them into 2 categories of countable nouns. I'm going to call this C, and uncountable, or I call it non-count. It's the same thing. I just call them non-count. We're going to say NC. That's the same as uncountable. Countable are things we can count plus S. So I can say 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples, right? 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas. 1 grape, 2 grapes, 3 grapes. 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, and so on. We can count and we can add S onto the end. So here we go. 5 eggs. We know that the food egg we can count, so we're going to call it C. Now, many foods and drinks we cannot count. We cannot say 1 rice, 2 rices. 1 kimchi, 2 kimchis. No, it doesn't make sense. So these are foods we cannot count, and we're going to call these NC. Okay, so we have count foods and non-count foods. Here are some examples. Now, as you know, we can divide all food and drink into C or NC. Now we're going to look at how to make some sentences using some, much, many, any, a little, lots of, and a few, with count and non-count. So how do we know how to do this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make a table. First, you need to know some rules. When we use there is, this is a positive sentence and it's non-count. When we use there isn't, we can see not. Not we know is negative and it's non-count. So when we use there is and there isn't, they are both non-count. Is positive and isn't is negative. Isn't, you know, it's negative as we have the word not. Over here, when we use there are, it's positive count, and there aren't is negative count. So both of there are and there aren't are both count. There are is positive and there aren't is negative. Over here, I made an example. Apples and milk. We can count apples. 1 apple, 2 apples, right? Let's count. And my example for non-count is milk. Now I want you to look at the table in blue. And I actually want you to copy this table plus these 2 boxes into your notebooks. It's important that you know how to use this table in the correct way. So copy the 2 boxes plus the table into your notebooks, and I'll see you again in 2 minutes. Okay, welcome back. Let's have a look at how to fill in this blue chart. So the first one is some. So is it possible to say some apples? Yeah, it is possible. Is it possible to say some milk? Again, yes. So you're going to put both into the box. To make it quicker for you, you can just say C and NC. That might just be easier. You can just write C and NC into the box. So we know both is okay to use with the word some. Now we have to choose, is it positive or negative? So we know we can use count. So look at our little box over here, count and count. Now you have to choose, is it this one, there are some, or there aren't some? Which one sounds correct to you? Look here, we know we can use non-count. So that's here and here. Do you think we can say there is some or there isn't some? Which one sounds correct? If you guess positive, you're correct. We can only make positive sentences with some. So I could say there is some milk and there are some apples. Both possible. What about much? Let's look at number 2, much. Much apples or much milk? I think only non-count, much milk. Only sounds right. And this one's only negative. So non-count negative, non-count negative, non-count negative is here, right? There isn't. Non-count negative, there isn't much. Non-count, there isn't much kimchi. There isn't much soju. There isn't much bread. Isn't much milk. Anything non-count. So in the case of much, we can only make one sentence. There isn't much. Number 3, many. Many apples or many milk? Only count. Is it positive or negative? This one, usually negative. Sometimes in English, we use it in a positive sentence. There are many apples, maybe, but it's more usual, 95% of the time, we use it in a negative sentence. So we're going to say, there aren't many. There aren't many. Count negative. Here it is, count negative. There aren't many. Okay, so to make the sentences, you need to look at the blue chart. Then you need to look at the 2 boxes and see how to make the sentence. In this case, there aren't many plus count. Any, you can use both. Any apples, any milk. This one's only negative. So we can say there aren't any apples or there isn't any milk. A little, only non-count. A little milk. And this one's only positive. So you have to say like this, there is a little milk. Lots of apples, lots of milk. Yeah, both is okay. Again, this is only positive. So in our count sentence, there are lots of apples. In our non-count sentence, there is lots of milk. And finally, a few. A few basically means 3 or 4. So we have a number, so we must be able to count. A few apples. It means 3 apples, yeah? And this one again is positive. So here we have count positive. And here it is, count positive. There are a few blah blahs. Okay. So you may think, oh, it's very confusing. If you look at the blue chart and then you look and match, the point is you need to match the sentence in the white boxes. Then you can make your sentences. Here I have a question, what's in your kitchen? I like to include this on the test, possibly. So maybe on the speaking test or the writing test. Possibly not, but there's a possibility. You'll see this question on the test. What's in your kitchen? And you need to make 7 sentences like this. If it's possible to make 2 sentences, you should include 1 sentence count and 1 sentence non-count. Not each time is possible, but sometimes you can make 2 sentences for each. Okay. So I want you to go ahead, any, a little, lots of, and a few. And I want you to write them down into your notebooks, either 1 or 2 sentences for each. You can choose any kind of food or drink of your choice. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Okay, let's look at the answers. Don't worry, if you haven't finished, of course, you can go back and pause. So remember, you need to look here at the blue box and then the 2 boxes above. So any, we know any is count and non-count. So we can make 2 sentences which are negative. So there aren't any count, and there isn't any count, non-count. So there aren't any bananas, there isn't any kimchi. Both is possible. A little, non-count. There is a little water, bread. Lots of, there is lots of, non-count, and there are lots of, count. There is lots of juice. There are lots of grapes. A few is only count. There are a few oranges. So when I ask you this question, what's in your kitchen? You should answer like this, with the 7 items with 1 or 2 sentences. Now, here's where it gets a little bit confusing. For food items, we can usually make both count and non-count sentences for each food item. So if you look at the top of the 2 pizzas, this one, we can actually make 3 sentences. Number 1, there is some pizza. And pizza is non-count. There is some pizza, but we don't know exactly how much. We just know there is some. So in this case, it's non-count. But we can change it in number 2 to make it count. So there are 2 pizzas. 1, 2. In this case, we're counting the whole pizza. So 1 pizza, 2 pizzas, 3 pizzas. We can also count the slice. Slice, 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 slice. Slice, 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 slice. There are too many to count. We can just say lots of. Lots of. So there are lots of slices of pizza. Here we're going to count each slice. In example number 2, water. There is some water. Or we can count bottle, 1 bottle, 2 bottles, 3 bottles. In this case, we changed it to a count sentence. There are 3 bottles of water. Jam is the same. There is lots of jam. It's non-count. But look, we can count the jars. What jar? Jar, 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 jar. Again, there's so many, we're just going to change it to lots of. So there are lots of jars of jam. We're going to count the jars. So remember that you can count the container. Now go ahead and turn to page 46. This seems to be an outdoor picnic, buffet style picnic. And for each food item, you can make 2 sentences. 1 count and 1 non-count. Let me give you one more example. Look at the wine. Wine, we know, is non-count. So let's make a non-count example. There is lots of wine. But we can also count the bottles. Bottle, 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 bottle. So there are lots of bottles of wine. So we made 1 count and 1 non-count sentence. I would like you to do the same thing in your notebook for 3 of the food items. Item number 1 is cake. Item 2, chicken. Item 3, ice cream. Now remember, cake is slice, chicken is piece, and ice cream is carton. So number 1, cake. Number 2, chicken. Number 3, ice cream. For each one, 1 count and 1 non-count sentence. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Okay. Let's look at the answers. So, cake. There are 2 cakes. There is lots of cake. Now, actually, we can't see slices of cake here, so we can make like this. There are 2 cakes. There is lots of cake. You can see with the cake, 1 cake, 2 cakes. So our sentence, we can count. There are 2 cakes. Using non-count, there is lots of cake. Chicken, there are some pieces of chicken. There is some chicken. Ice cream, there are lots of cartons of ice cream. And there is lots of ice cream. So again, if we take a speaking test or a writing test, I may ask you to look at the picture, and you should be able to make 2 sentences for each food item. Now go ahead and look at page 47 in your books. Again, these are good test questions. We've got a lot of questions here, right? We have about 12 questions, maybe 13. Don't worry, there's a method to know how to answer the questions. Now you see many or lots of different questions here, right? But we only have six types of question. So if you know how to answer the style of the question, then you can answer any question here very easily. So we need to learn the style or the grammar for each question. As I said, there are only 6. I want to look at number 1 here. And here is the rest. And here's the answer. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so number 1, what do you? What do you? We're going to use a present simple verb. What do you? Present simple verb, eat. There you go. What do you usually eat for dinner? When you answer the question, you should copy the same verb in your answer. So, what do you usually eat for dinner? I usually eat rice and kimchi for dinner. I'm just going to copy the question. So listen carefully for the question. You're going to copy the question in your answer. Number 2, do you? Again, we have a present simple verb. In this case, drink. Do you drink a lot of soda? Now the key word is a lot. So if you drink 10, 15, 20 cans of soda per week, you should answer yes. If you only drink 1 or 2 cans of soda per week, you should answer no. Do you drink a lot of soda? Yes, I do. I drink 10 cans of soda per week. Or no, I don't. I rarely drink soda. Remember this word rarely, very, very small. Maybe 1 month, 1 can, something like that. Question 3. When was the last time you? Past simple. Past simple. Was. When was the last time you? Here it is. Our past verb, ate. The last time I ate pizza was last weekend. Number 4, how much? Now you know this word much, yeah? Non-count. How much do you? Simple verb. How much? Non-count. present simple verb. How much water do you drink every day? I drink about 2 glasses of water per day. This word every, if you want, you can change it to per. If you want, you can say every here. Or you can just say each day or a day. Anything's okay. How much water do you drink every day? I drink about 2 glasses of water per day. Number 5, how many? How many? How many? We know it's count, right? Do you? Again, present simple verb. So how many apples do you eat every week? I eat 1 or 2 apples every week. And number 6, how often do you? A present simple verb. Eat rice. I eat rice 4 or 5 times per week. Remember, we're talking frequency here. You can say once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And you can say per or a. So get a pen or a pencil. I've already completed some of the answers for you. I want you to answer the rest of the questions. Now remember, you can always pause and go back here to the method, and then you can answer the questions. So for this one, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. All right, let's look at some possible answers here. Number 3, when was the last time you ate sushi? The last time I ate sushi was... Now remember from previous lessons, you can say blah blah ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, or you could use last week, last month. How much soda do you drink? I usually drink about 3 cans of soda per week. Now, if you never drink soda, you need to use the word actually. When you say actually, you introduce surprising or new information. So if you never drink soda, you can say, actually, I never drink soda. Do you eat rice every day? Do you eat rice every day? Yes, I do. I eat rice once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. How many glasses of water do you drink every day? I drink 2 glasses of water every day. What food do you hate? I hate. Now, when we talk about things we like and don't like, or love and hate, if it's count, you need to include an S onto the end of the word. So don't say, I hate hamburger. You have to say, I hate hamburgers. Okay. If it's non-count, like pizza, don't include the S. I hate pizza. I hate chicken. I hate kimchi. But if we can count, like hamburgers, apples, and carrots, you need to add the S onto the end. So I hate carrots. Do you drink a lot of tea or coffee? Do you drink a lot of coffee or tea? Yes, I do. I drink 3 cups of coffee a day. If you want to answer no, you could say, no, I don't. I rarely drink coffee or tea. No, I don't. I rarely drink coffee or tea. And one more. How often do you eat out? How often do you eat out? I usually eat out once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Next, you're going to turn to page 44 in your books. In this conversation, there are 2 people in a restaurant. There's a waiter and a customer, or the woman is the customer. I'm just going to play the audio. I'd like you to just listen and read at the same time.
Unit 7, page 44, Conversation.
Here's your order, madam. Today's house special, beef Madison.
Great. It looks delicious.
How much beef would you like, madam?
A lot, please.
Certainly. Here you are. And here are the vegetables. Would you like some carrots?
Oh, yes, please. They look very good.
And some peas?
Just a few, thanks.
How many potatoes do you want? They're very good today.
Oh, well, I think I'll have, say, 5.
Certainly. Here you are, madam.
Oh, and do you have any bread?
Of course. Here it is. Would you like some butter?
No, thank you. That's fine.
Well, I hope you enjoy your meal.
What? Oh, it's not for me. It's for my dog. I'll just have a small salad. Thanks.
Okay. In this conversation, we have a number of questions. Question 1 is how much? How much? Non-count. Would you like? If you want to be polite to a customer or a teacher or your parents, would you like is a good polite question. How much? Non-count. Would you like? The next question is, would you like some? Would you like some? And here it can be count or non-count. So would you like some carrots? Would you like some milk? Both is okay, count or non-count. The next question is how many count do you want? Now here he said, would you like? So in English, we don't usually repeat the same thing. Would you like, would you like, would you like? It becomes boring. So we're going to change the style of the question. Yes, would you like is more polite, but it's okay to sometimes to say, do you want? So how many count do you want? The next question is, do you have any? Do you have any? Count or non-count? Okay, so those are the questions. And here's how to make the questions. Number 1, how much non-count would you like? Answer, a lot, please. Just a little, please. A normal amount, please. Number 2, how many counts do you want? A couple, please. It means 2. A few, please. It means 3. 5, please, or a lot, please. Number 3, would you like some? Count or non-count? Answer yes or sure. And if it's count, you can answer here. And if it's non-count, you can answer here. Number 4, do you have any? Count or non-count? Yes, we do. No, we don't. So this is how to make and answer questions in a restaurant. So, one, two, three, 4. You're going to match them here. The style, you're going to match to 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'd like you to write the questions and the answers. For this one, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. All right, let's go ahead, look at the answers. Number 1. Now remember, you got to go back here and match the style. So number 1 is, how much soju would you like? And the picture says, just a little, please. Number 2, how many peas do you want? A lot, please. Number 3, would you like some peanuts? A few, please. And number 4, do you have any pineapple juice? No, we don't, sorry. Now, keep your student book closed, and you're going to open your notebook and get a pen, and we're going to listen to the dialogue again. Be careful not to look at your book. We're going to answer the 6 questions here. So read the questions, and in 30 seconds, I'm going to play the audio. Okay, here we go.
Unit 7, page 44, Conversation.
Here's your order, madam. Today's house special, beef Madison.
Great. It looks delicious.
How much beef would you like, madam?
A lot, please.
Certainly. Here you are. And here are the vegetables. Would you like some carrots?
Oh, yes, please. They look very good.
And some peas?
Just a few, thanks.
How many potatoes do you want? They're very good today.
Oh, well, I think I'll have, say, 5.
Certainly. Here you are, madam.
Oh, and do you have any bread?
Of course. Here it is. Would you like some butter?
No, thank you. That's fine.
Well, I hope you enjoy your meal.
What? Oh, it's not for me. It's for my dog. I'll just have a small salad. Thanks.
Okay, let's listen again and look at the answers this time.
Unit 7, page 44, Conversation.
Here's your order, madam. Today's house special, beef Madison.
Great. It looks delicious.
How much beef would you like, madam?
A lot, please.
Certainly. Here you are. And here are the vegetables. Would you like some carrots?
Oh, yes, please. They look very good.
And some peas?
Just a few, thanks.
How many potatoes do you want? They're very good today.
Oh, well, I think I'll have, say, 5.
Certainly. Here you are, madam.
Oh, and do you have any bread?
Of course. Here it is. Would you like some butter?
No, thank you. That's fine.
Well, I hope you enjoy your meal.
What? Oh, it's not for me. It's for my dog. I'll just have a small salad. Thanks.
Okay, those are the answers. Just a quick note. When you answer in a writing test, you need to answer in a full sentence like this. A long sentence answer. So what is the house special? The house special is blah, blah. Okay? Long sentence answers, please, when you take the writing test. Finally, today, we're going to listen once more to this section, numbers 1 through 5. And this time, you're going to listen only for the questions. Write down the questions. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, here we go.
Unit 7, page 44, Conversation.
Here's your order, madam. Today's house special, beef Madison.
Great. It looks delicious.
How much beef would you like, madam?
A lot, please.
Certainly. Here you are. And here are the vegetables. Would you like some carrots?
Oh, yes, please. They look very good.
And some peas?
Just a few, thanks.
How many potatoes do you want? They're very good today.
Oh, well, I think I'll have, say, 5.
Certainly. Here you are, madam.
Oh, and do you have any bread?
Of course. Here it is. Would you like some butter?
No, thank you. That's fine.
Well, I hope you enjoy your meal.
What? Oh, it's not for me. It's for my dog. I'll just have a small salad, thanks.
Okay, once more, we look at the answers.
Unit 7, page 44, conversation.
Here's your order, madam. Today's house special, beef Madison.
Great. It looks delicious.
How much beef would you like, madam?
A lot, please.
Certainly. Here you are. And here are the vegetables. Would you like some carrots?
Oh, yes, please. They look very good.
And some peas?
Just a few, thanks.
How many potatoes do you want? They're very good today.
Oh, well, I think I'll have, say, 5.
Certainly. Here you are, madam.
Oh, and do you have any bread?
Of course. Here it is. Would you like some butter?
No, thank you. That's fine.
Well, I hope you enjoy your meal.
What? Oh, it's not for me. It's for my dog. I'll just have a small salad, thanks.
Okay. Finally today, we're going to do a review. Now, you may or may not know this, but at the back of your student books, there is a review, grammar review section for each unit. So this is a really good way to study before we take a writing test, for example. So if you look at page 108, this is the final thing to do today. So I'm going to give you 4 minutes. And I'll come back here in 4 minutes and we'll check the answers and then we can finish for today. So page 108, 4 minutes. Let's go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at the answers. Number 1, how much? How many? How much? How much? How many? Then you're just going to match to the answers here. 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. Number 2, we don't have any. There's some cheese and some bread. Are there any eggs? Or would you like some soda? Number 3, doesn't eat much bread. A lot of water, much milk, many vegetables, any meat, a lot of beef, some rice. So I hope you got most of those correct. If you did, well done. You did a great job. That's it. We finished for today. That concludes today's lesson. I'm sure you did a great job of listening and working in your notebook. I know it's quite a long lesson today, so well done for that. Please keep a close eye on the Cyber Campus for any announcements. Thanks for listening and have a great day. See you next time.